So I'd like to take your final remarks, Steve, before we can cross over to Maurice in our city centre.
I think the issue of local brands, let's start from Akamba. It was a very well-known transport.
Yeah.
There are a lot of us taking the economy. It shut down. And it's the same problems that Akamba had, the same problems that Kampala Coach had, the same problems that Nakumatt is having. One, poor corporate governance, corruption within the institution, mismanagement, poor management of the employees, poor management of the credit facilities that are advanced, and then poor business strategies, because these 5 key issues are the ones that have actually led down to the fall. And then, of course, the 6th issue, which is up for debate, is a poor economic environment, over-regulation, corruption, and the element of now currently we're looking at the issue of interest caps, so we have no access to credit.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at 8 key issues that have actually led to the current situation that Nakumatt is having. But just not Nakumatt alone. I mean, every year I think we're having over 3,000 SMEs shutting down. So the problem is actually very big. And I think for me, I'll blame the stakeholders, Central Bank of Kenya, National Treasury, Capital Markets Authority, and other regulators, because we are seeing a lot of issues happening, and no one is actually being held responsible. Kenatco, taxis, for example, Uchumi, Mumias, no one has ever been held responsible. So now people believe I can set up a company, mismanage it, get the public to bail it out, and I go build my own mansion somewhere.
Okay, let's cross over to Maurice Odor. As we come to a conclusion, would you also agree that overregulation and also blaming the regulators is actually some of the answers that we can actually have when it comes to the problems that our local brands are facing? Briefly.
I think if you look at the main problem, regulators have a role to play in terms of ensuring corporate governance is adhered to. And also us as citizens, people that are running businesses, the business community also have a critical role that they're supposed to play, so that even them, they support the initiatives that are being put in place by the regulators. So we are supposed to run businesses, ensuring that we are good steward, ensuring that something that we've been entrusted with, we use it to create more value to the shareholders, opposed to minding our own affairs. The key thing that we're supposed to ensure that we utilize the company resources in a more effective manner, in a more efficient manner, to benefit the intended recipient, and also to ensure that the objective of the company and the main thing, the vision of the company, are met. So regulators have a role to play, and even the business community have a significant role to play to ensure that the corporate governance is adhered to and business are run according to national best practices.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Maurice Odor, Investment Manager at Site and Investments, coming to us from the City Centre, and Steve Biko, who is a financial analyst and director at Soko Directory. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. And let's now move on.